I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand? Every time I pick this thing up, I know there are millions of people out there who are going to hate me for it. Even now, here, I feel it. The stares, the judgment. And there's nothing I can do to change it. Yet I'm still here. No super serum, no blonde hair or blue eyes. The only power I have is that I believe we can do better. We can't demand that people step up and we don't meet them halfway. You control the banks. Shit, you can move borders. You can knock down a forest with the email. You can feed 1 million people with the phone call. But the question is, who's in the room with you when you're making those decisions? Is it the people you're going to impact? Or is it just more people like you?
I don't really know if this is my last time, but what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you see the clip. I'm gonna throw a curveball on this one though. What if we believe we can't be better? See, I like, the fantasy, the Marvel thing, I really do. But you've seen black men be less patriotic over the last, 30, 40 years. Because I don't think black men believe that this country could be better. It is what it is. And that's what it's going to be. That's the you might as well go somewhere else thing. And I get it. And I think brothers are tired of even having the conversation because it's disingenuous. Because the root of the hatred and the disdain, basically, to me, the root of racism in America stems from I need something to make me feel like I'm better than you. And this is the avenue I'm going to go to do it. And that's how it happened. And people are willing to go along with that, and they justify it in all kinds of ridiculous ways. And I think there comes a point as a black man where, we don't care about your racism. We don't care about your bias. We don't care about your prejudice. We just don't. Because it's like, that's who you are. You don't even know why you're that way. You don't even have a real reason to be that way. It's just something that you grew up raised on, or something that made you feel like you had a superiority complex, made you feel better, so you ran with it. So what if we go, that's who you are. And because I saw something yesterday as a clip, somebody was pranking. And I do hate these prank videos. There's a young black guy. I guess he was going to a gun show and he had a cowboy hat on, cowboy stuff, and he walked up to one of the guys at the when they had the desk set up, and he's like, I want to buy that boy. Let me get that boy. And the guy was like, you calling me boy? Now, my initial mind was like, what's your problem? You look like the type that was calling people boy all your life. So what's the problem? Oh, you didn't like that? I don't like the pranks either, but you didn't like that? And then I started thinking to myself like, oh, people are having a hard time adjusting to people not really caring about stepping on toes. Like, there was a clip of Samuel L. Jackson. I forgot it. And I think the Hateful Eight. And he was walking around with this letter that he said was from Abraham Lincoln, and it was quote unquote it was a lie, right? And he was telling, was that Kirk Douglas character? Was that Kirk Douglas? I forget. it was a Western kind of, so everybody had all this stuff on. But he was telling the other character, the white guy, he's like, you don't even know what it's like to be black facing this country. You gotta lie. You gotta have something that disarms white people. And now it's like, no, no, I don't want to smile at you. I don't want to shuffle and shoe shine and dance for you. I don't want to make you feel comfortable. And I learned the older I got, I stopped caring. Just me as a person, I stopped caring. I was like, hey man, if you want to be cool, we cool. If you don't, we ain't gonna be cool. Period. Am I gonna reach out for you? No, I'm not. Am I gonna try to impress you because you're not because I'm black and you're not black and you think I need to do something extra to get your attention? No, I'm not. You kiss my you get what I'm saying? Because I and maybe it's just me, but I don't think America is gonna be better ever. Ever. Because I've seen it in all the groups, you know what I'm saying? White, Hispanic, Asian, Arab, like that I'm better than you. Oh, okay. All right. And then when something happens to all of these groups, I don't know how somebody black like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or Huey Newton, Eric Roberson, James Baldwin, all of a sudden you got to quote somebody black because you don't really you really somehow getting treated unfairly makes you immediately automatically black. And it's like, well, no, no. That's why when people say hold your own nuts. Hold your own nuts. Stop it. Stop it. Because now it's at that point where we're like, look at all the stuff that happens in America. Do you think it's going to be better? I know Martin Luther King thought it was going to be better. It did. It didn't end better. Malcolm X thought it could get better. It didn't get better. All the people from the civil rights movement thought it was going to get better. Didn't get better. Because fundamentally, this country is this country. It is what it is. So what happens when we stop believing in the American dream? Because a lot of us, we don't. We're like, whatever, man. That's some stuff that also the white people keep buying and people that migrate to this country keep buying into. And they find out the hard way that it ain't like that. But us as a group, we're like, whatever, man. Because we can still, like the clip of Falcon was saying, we can still see and feel your little angst and animosity and judgment for no reason at all. Truth be told, there have been a time or two where I've seen somebody who just gave me the evil eye and I just walked up on like, what? Obviously you want some trouble. Let's get it. Whoa, whoa. Why is that shocking? I didn't understand why it was shocking. You seem like you giving me the eye like you want to fight or you want to kill me. Let's get it. Let's get popping. Let's get active with it. And then it's whoa, buddy. I'm just having a bad day. Like literally, I got rear-ended once by a white guy who just wanted to be angry and get out the way. And I pulled over so he could pull over the parking lot because he just hit me for no reason, And then he tried to drive off, but he wound up hitting a stoplight. So I wound up parking next to him in the parking lot by the stoplight. I got the car. I said, "What's the problem, man?" Yeah, and then I spilled my coffee. Dry as a bone. He just wanted to be a dick. But then, like, no, information, playboy. But of course, he ran off. There was no damage to my car. I was like, boy, if I get in this car and chase you out, I'll beat the shit. I've had people that were white. I parked in the car, open the door, bang, slam the car. And I'm like, I got to get out. Like, what? What are you doing? And it's, wait, whoa. I thought you wasn't going to do anything. You really got me messed up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've talked to people who are non-black, like, about America, and it's like, yo, this is what it is. And it's like, you seem so pessimistic. I'm like, pessimistic? You can't point of anything better than what I said. You can't point of instances where it was better than what I just said. And then they got to sit there like, but don't you think it's going to get better? No. Why would I think it's going to get better? Have your group ever gotten better doing this? No. There's this clip of James Baldwin talking about that, and that's why I thought about this when I saw that clip. It was the James Baldwin clip when he was like, I don't know if you're a racist if you don't like black people, but I know, you know, I'm not in your unions. I don't know if you don't like black people, but I know you don't want me to buy a house in certain neighborhoods or buy a house, period. I don't know if you don't like black people, but I can see how you treat our kids in school and with the school. I don't know if you don't like black people, but I can see how you implement your policies to make sure we jammed up. So I don't really know if you personally don't like it, but everything you do shows me you don't. And it's like, okay, well, I accept it. And then when people say I accept it, people go, wait. Because I think people realize once we accept that this is the America that we know, and that this is what it is, we're going to interact with America differently. And you see how we're interacting with America differently, and we don't care about all this American stuff. We're together. We're like, man, F all that. And, Guys with the Stars and Stripes is coming to an end. Using that clip. Even when it clipped to Isaiah Bradley was one of the other actors. He was Captain America. Then they locked him up for being a black Captain America in Jim Crow. Well, you know what I'm saying? Got to take that into consideration. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.